The world of illusion will always project mass consciousness until at such point, the axis begins to shift and the light begins to be the dominant factor. Then the mist of the illusion shall become ethereal and begin to dissolve into nothingness. But it can cause confusion in that the word dimension also refers to measurable attributes of this reality, such as time or space measurements. You just have to stop doing what suppresses your natural essence from emerging. You have to then let go trying to impress, to make things happen, to grab and hold on to prove, to justify, to be better than. You just have to let go what is not you in order for your natural essence to emerge. You see, it's not something you have to do, rather it is something you have to let go of. Which is the notion that who you are is this body and this character. Feel a huge surge in cosmic energy pouring in. And this is not just a result of solar flares, but indeed the full opening of the new Earth energies and the beginning of the new Golden Age. I am shown so many new species and species which we thought extinct now rising to the fore, and with it, there is a huge upsurge in energy from the waters. I was meditating at a spot today where I could tune into the energy of the waters. And I could sense the immense power emanating from those waters, such as I have never felt before. This extends to waves upon waves of energy pouring through the crystal pyramids and crystalline pyramid energy grids of the earth. In the Gardens of Eden, there was a time when angels walked alongside humans, and this time shall come to pass again. Only this time it shall endure, for earth has served her purpose, and those who have chosen to incarnate with her in this game of mists and illusion. There are still those caught up in the illusion, and this is not necessarily a bad thing, because while there are those who are still choosing fear over love, in the light of emerging knowledge, I recommend that people avoid potential confusion by using the words density or density level instead of dimension to describe a vibrational level of existence. The lowest density level of manifestation for planet Earth currently is third density, the regular physical form to which we are accustomed. There are lower density levels, but they only apply to the frequency of consciousness of basic items like rocks and subatomic particles. Their location level is still 3D, right here with you and me. In other words, that the ego is equal with the divine. The divine is your natural essence. The ego is a man-made construct. It is not divine. It is an illusion, all the opposite of the divine. Ego is limited, insecure, attached, focused on the external, on the physical, born from the physical, lives in the physical, is impressed by form, attached to the doing. Your essence is the being that doesn't need the physical to be, that doesn't need to be doing anything in order to exist. We are in for immensely powerful life changes in all and every form, and nothing can stop this process, and no one. All is happening by divine decree, and all is on track. Note that with this all will surface in your own life, which now need to finally let go of. And this includes all negative karmic patterns ever created with other souls, and all you have not dealt with in some form or another. It is in truth a total purification by the white flame if illumination, and all which is not of its purity will show up to be cleansed and cleared away. Humanity is currently on a mission to becoming reacquainted with the truth of the self, the truth of your being. Who are you? What is your primary purpose for being here? Do you know that you are divinity incarnated? Do you live this truth in every moment of every day? Is your divinity emanating its presence through you in everything action, word and thought? How well do you know this part of you? This is the part of you that is invisible to the human eye, but is not separate from you. This part of you exists in your feelings and your emotions. In this year of 2025, make it your mission to rediscover who you are. First density is the level of consciousness of the basic physical elements and objects that are called inanimate by many people, such as rocks and crystals. Because all objects in the universe are composed of compressed divine consciousness, they all have a sense of awareness at some level. For example, physics experiments have shown that when subatomic particles collide and separate, they continue to remember each other and act out their connected relationship. The ego, the identity you have taken on, is only part of this world. Of course, in the real reality, which is infinite and eternal, you are all bodies, all qualities, all characters, all roles, and still none of them. It is like an actor who is able to take on any role and yet knows he is none of these roles. Your capacity to take on any role is infinite, but you are not any of these roles you play. That's key because you are always playing. Acting if you want on the big stage, universal stage on which we are all playing together in visible and invisible degrees. Your natural essence is not something you need to earn or even bring out, indeed. It is not something you need to prove or be worthy of. Your essence is who you are, and when you are not standing in the way, your natural essence always emerges, for that which is within you is bigger than anything else, stronger than any illusion. But you can play within the illusion for as long as you like. You can go back and forth for as long as you like, as you are a free being, loved regardless, that is, unconditionally. There is no limit, no restriction, no requirement that is ever set upon you. In fact, you set these upon yourself. The ego sets these upon the character it is playing, believing in the character to be this or that. Your essence is infinite in potential. It is eternal and never dies, or changes, or gets blemished by any role you play. Second density is the level of consciousness of biological existence of plants and wild animals, even though their physical forms are located in the 3D realm. As 3D is currently the lowest level where the Earth maintains a physical body, there is no 2D version of Earth below us. There is such an inpouring love, and your heart center will expand more and more as you open yourself to ever higher degrees of love in its purest sense. As this is indeed the return to innocence, the truth of who and what we were created to be, as the purity and perfection of our souls shine through. I am so deeply inspired when I am writing this and have tears of gratitude. May you be blessed into the core of your heart and soul and the depths of your being. And may you intensely feel the inpouring of divine love as the angels of love lift you and carry you as you are being reborn. Build a friendship with your God self. Learn to deeply love and trust your God self. This deep level of trust is what will serve humanity and the future you are all co-creating for a new reality, a new earth where freedom reigns supreme. A new earth where peace, love and joy are the natural state of being. Let your eyes be opened in awareness. This is what it means to live in coherence in unity versus separation. Learn to turn within for the peace of mind, for the assurance, for the comfort, for the feeling of completeness and fullness which comes only when one is living in the light of the Father-Mother love consciousness. For this to occur, humanity must surrender, let go of the old ways of being in order to allow the new energy which is love, peace, freedom and joy to become fully established on earth. Let me also say that this process cannot be thwarted. Not can it be contained. It is inevitable. It is decreed by God, and so shall it be. And let me also say that resistance is a part of this process, because the more you let go of the old ego, the harder the fight becomes. And this is how you will know you are making progress. While spirit or astral beings are ethereal and ghost-like relative to us, they are solid to each other, so they are correctly referred to as quasi-physical rather than non-physical beings. Those who inhabit the realms of the afterlife in spirit bodies experience relative freedom as their quasi-physical spirit bodies respond easily to their mental direction. Spirit beings find it easy to levitate, and they can instantly relocate to a desired destination. They can also create quasi-physical objects using the pressure of mental energy applied to the universal supply of etheric energy. They call these objects thought forms, and a well-made thought form will exist for more than a year without any further attention before it dissolves back into the surroundings as etheric energy. With regular attention, it will stay in existence as long as it is important to someone. And so, when you are wondering what to do to feel better, to raise your consciousness a little more, to reach a little higher, the answer is always, stop doing what you are doing, rather than do this or that. When you are judging, when you are complaining, when you are finding fault, when you are finding lack, when you are pushing against, trying hard, you are in effect blocking your natural essence from emerging. It is only when you let go that you find relief, that you find peace, and allow your essence to come to the surface. You can never snuff out the light that is within you. You can diminish its luster, you can hold a blanket and diminish its radiance, but you can never extinguish it. It is the light of Source itself, and you can never extinguish Source. Therefore, be at ease, be in love, be in joy, is not something you need to try to be. It is something you naturally emanate when you allow yourself to let go of everything that is in the way. Every worry, every concern, every want, every desire, every complaint, every fault. To love unconditionally is to allow the mistakes to happen and hold the other in the highest light, seeing them rise from their mistakes as a new being. And that is what Source sees in you every time you trip, every time you block the light, every time you stand in the way of your natural essence and live in the shadow of who you are.